is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
Sports Grill on Bird Road, Miami Lakes, and their newest location in Doral is now hiring. If you're looking to join a great company and South Florida institution, give them a ring or drop an email. Sports Grill is hiring all kinds of positions from hostess to servers, bartenders, or join the kitchen staff to craft some great food for their amazing customers. Please send your resume to m.cruz@sportsgrillmiami.com or call 305-219-5726. That's 305-219-5726. Sports Grill. Good food, good drink, good friends.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys?
Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
The Big O Radio Show is looking for partners to join our growing platform. If your business is ready to reach an audience that starts in Florida, crosses the nation while expanding internationally, this is the program that provides that vehicle. The Big O Radio Show is ready to broadcast live anywhere in the world to represent your event or product. To reach out by phone, 786-754-4664. That's 786-754-4664. Or email bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Help us grow as we provide the content and personal connection corporate entities will never achieve.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Welcome to Red Light Therapy, a revolutionary technology perfected by NASA to aid in muscle strengthening and recovery. Red, an infrared light, has the capacity to penetrate deep into the cell's mitochondria, potentially leading to increased energy, faster recovery, and the optimal performance your body demands. Evolve your training and step into the new era of muscle recovery. Red Recover.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys? Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
For over
The views and statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Yes. Good afternoon, right? We hit noon right now. We told you we'd be on at noon. Welcome aboard, bringing you the edge every time on this platform. That's what it's all about. South Florida fans all over the world always have the edge on this platform. Best insiders for South Florida sports on the planet. And welcome aboard to a beautiful Saturday. Thank you for joining us over on our second channel, Big O Show, Big O Radio Show Cuts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please subscribe. It is incredibly important we get this thing to 1,000 as soon as possible. So please subscribe because we need to get this to 1,000. Spread it out to the folks because, you know, we're approaching 14,000 on the other channel. We got to get some of those folks to come on over and support here because, as I've mentioned several times, we're going to end up covering multiple events sometimes at the same time. We may need some extra live shots, and you can only do one on per channel. So this might be something where on nights where we might be at the Panthers and the Heat games at the same time, you might need both of these channels to kind of keep up with everything. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, and keep up with us because, you know, maybe we're in the NFL Combine and we want to do two different things at the same time. You never know. Things are going to expand on the platform. So please, please, please smash that like button. Always appreciate it, and subscribe here to the Big O Show Radio Cuts. All right, good stuff. And, of course, get a little Edge energy drink, myedgedrink.com. Get 10% off. Use our code BIG O, and you will get 10% off. You can only get it online at myedgedrink.com. All right, so first of all, I am not going to end up going to the game. I was thinking of going to the game, but, you know, wife had surgery yesterday. And so she's, you know, a little, you know, still recovering. So I'm going to stick around and obviously and help the wife and hang out with her, and I'll watch the game on television. I'll go next week to the Eagles one, and that's the one where I will raid some of your tailgates out there. So that'll give me another week anyways to collect the info on it. So that's actually not a bad thing overall. So next week, I will raid the stadium and go to the game. I just, wife had surgery and everything went well. By the way, thank you all for the well wishes and the DMs and all that good stuff. Everything went well with the wife, so she's good. Sore as hell, but she's good right now, and she's kind of recovering. So she'll be good in a couple days. It'll all be it'll all pass in a couple days, which is good. The good thing is that everything went well, and that's the important part, and that's all that really matters. The rest is bullshit. So today, instead, I got enough to do anyways here because we're doing this show, and then remember we'll be on the regular channel on the original channel tonight after the game. So after the Raiders and the Dolphins play, we'll be on tonight and we'll do a little post game action for you, so you can check us out on the original channel there. Always appreciate all of you out there as always. All right, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. A lot of it is going to be, mostly Dolphins and NFL related, since we've got the game tonight. This is kind of like a little preview for you, some of the things that we want to look forward to, some of the things that hopefully we will develop tonight for the Miami Dolphins. In the end, this is not one of those situations where we're talking about the dress rehearsal. This is not that today. It's not going to happen today. I didn't think so. I told you throughout the week that I think it's going to be week 3. I thought maybe, a couple of weeks ago, I thought maybe they would do week 2, and then week 3, you kind of play the back end of your roster and figure out the last spots. But I think he's going the other way, where he wants his guys as well prepared as possible for next week. And you're not going to see, I just don't think maybe Teron Armstead doesn't play this week. X, does he really need to play? You really want to see Noah play a lot, and let me tell you something. Here's where I really like what's gone on with Noah this week. Noah has started to have some successes, whether it's an interception, whether it's staying with Tyreek Hill and forcing an incomplete. He has had the successes that you normally have not seen from him in the past. So you wonder, is he now starting to get it? Is the light starting to come on? Will he start to make less and less mistakes? Because he's going to still make mistakes, because he's not even close to a finished product. So that's really the question tonight for Noah. Does he make a little progress from what we've seen in the past? Because really the first couple of weeks, there wasn't much progress. This week, there were a couple of eye-openers, and you're like, whoa, wow, wait a minute. Is the light starting to go on? And that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited for Noah to see if there's actually, something there that the kid can, because he has the ability, but there's a lot of guys that have the ability. Preston Williams has all the ability in the world to be a very good receiver in this league, but it's up here. You know what I mean? Now, Noah's problem is not here, because he's mature and he's professional. His is a lack of experience, and he has to have reps. He needs to make a shit ton of mistakes, because the kid is now learning corner at the NFL level, and he's going up against NFL receivers, and he's going up against guys that have been playing it for a while. And I heard Mike McDaniel this week. In fact, I think it was one of the press conferences earlier in the week, and he was talking about how Preston also should have, to a certain extent, an advantage. I mean, Noah should have an advantage because he's played the position of wide receiver. And to a certain extent, that's true. But you still have not played receiver at a high level in college or at a high level in the NFL. So he never really became a elite receiver. He was turned into a corner before he became an elite receiver. So it's hard for him to think like the guy at the college and the NFL level, because, dude, he never got to Stephon Diggs' level as a wide receiver. So how's he going to think like Diggs? He's not. So now he has to face Diggs and everybody else a few times, make the mistakes, learn the tricks of the trade, learn all the different things. And then you start to get better. And that's the part that, you know, Bitcoin. All right, I got a Bitcoin shirt on, right? I just showed you the Bitcoin shirt, right? A lot of people don't have patience, right? So because of things that have happened in the past and people hit the lottery, people buy a few stocks or a few coins and then it explodes and they become rich. So people want the quick hit. It's a microwave society. We don't have time for Noah to develop. We don't have time to wait for Bitcoin or anything else to, bounce back. We want it now, right? And that's the life that he is in right now. And the Dolphin fan, all they think about is first round pick, bust, waste of time. I'm done with him, right? And they don't look at everything that's involved and the evolution that's going on with him because it's all part of the process. You just don't turn from receiver to corner in college and then all of a sudden become an elite corner. It's just really, really hard. And in college, sometimes you can get away with just having great talent, but not great fundamentals, not great knowledge of how to play the game, because that usually happens in the NFL. See, high school and the NFL and even Little League, you're able to dominate because more often than not, the people on the field don't have the same God-given ability you do. So you're winning on ability. Once you get to the NFL, everybody's got ability. It's now who has the most savvy, who's the most intelligent, who works harder, who works harder to get the edge. Okay? The word is back because life is about getting an edge. That's really what it's all about. And so he's got to find his edge. And it just doesn't come overnight. But were those signs this week? The interception for a touchdown, staying with Tyreek and denying the reception, all of those kind of things. I saw that this week. And it was one of those things that you said, hey, wait a minute. All right, let's see if the kid now starts to have the kind of successes that you need. We're going to find out. But I'm excited to see what Noah can do because he's shown me a little some. And hopefully this is now something that leads to more successes tonight in a game. I think it's important in a game too, because you do it in practice and you do it in front of a few people. Writers write about it. We talk about it and you hear about it. But now if you see it in a game tonight where he's able to get a deflected pass, to hang with the receiver downfield, to do whatever, get an interception, you all of a sudden will say, wow, dude, did he turn the corner? Is he starting to show, a little some there? And we're going to find out tonight. We're definitely going to find out tonight. So let's hope he made some progress. The other guy that I like a lot that has made progress in a big time way, you guys know Austin Jackson's made progress. He's actually looked good. He's looked like a real offensive lineman, like a comfortable offensive lineman, like a guy that knows exactly what he's doing. It's really impressive. I got to tell you, you got to watch what the transformation right now with Austin Jackson. And he looks like a completely different dude. And he's played well all throughout. That's another guy that I'm excited about Austin Jackson's progress. With Noah, I'm wondering if this is the beginning of him turning the corner. That's what I'm hoping for Noah, obviously. But Austin Jackson, I'm excited for Austin Jackson. I really am. It looks like he's settling in at that right tackle spot. He makes very few mistakes now. He looks like it, when he goes to the podium and you hear him talk and he talks with this level of confidence, and this is all part of successes, right? When we're kids and we're learning anything new, it's frustrating. You're falling off the bike and you're picking up scratches and this and that. And it's embarrassing that you got to put on the training wheels and all that. And you're dying to take the training wheels off. And they finally take one off. And then they take the second one off. And then you start trying to learn your balance, but you fall on the sidewalk. You rub up against the fence. All those things that you do when you lose your balance trying to learn how to ride bike, right? But as you get it and as you start to figure out balance on your skateboard, on your bike, on whatever it is that you learn how to ride, it becomes like, there's an excitement that builds inside of you that I'm getting it. At first you're swinging on that T-ball and then they're throwing it at you and you're whiffing. And then eventually you start connecting and you start hitting foul tips and this and that. And eventually you connect and start hitting fly balls. And then you start hitting liners and you start to learn how to control the bat. And then you have success. Everything. It's all the same, dude. Everything is all the same. Doesn't matter what you do in life. And you build the confidence up along the way. And Austin Jackson looks like a more confident player right now, and he's playing like it. And so it's nice to see him tonight and hopefully continue to have a solid camp because I've been really excited about the progress that Austin Jackson's made. Enough that I'm now going to say, okay, Connor gets the snaps straightened, and he's fine at center. I know Teron Armstead can do his job. All right. I've got no problem with the right guard with Hunt, right, already, because he was pretty good last year. So now you tell me Austin Jackson settling in, that's 4 of the 5. I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing Austin Jackson build on what he's already accomplishing right now. He's kind of turning the corner, and hopefully in the regular season he'll go and justify the draft pick. You know what I mean? Now, while I tell you I'm a little excited for Noah because maybe he's showing some signs this week, while I tell you I'm truly excited about the progress that Austin Jackson is making, I can't say the same for Liam Eichenberg. I can't say that at least from what I've noticed, and I'm not perfect and I'm not an O-line expert, but I can't tell you that I have been as impressed with Liam Eichenberg as I've been with Austin Jackson. So that's one guy that I will definitely be focused in on today is Liam Eichenberg, because that's a position where you've got a couple of other guys that could be there ready to take your damn job if you're not ready to go. And maybe Eichenberg is not a guard, and maybe he's a tackle, and maybe he becomes your swing tackle, by the way. Okay, because maybe it's Solomon Kinley or what's the other kid that we talked to him this week. I always get his name confused. I always call him Brown. It's not Brown. It's damn it. But Jones, Robert Jones. So Robert Jones is a dude that another guy that's kind of, and that's the one position that I would tell you I'm still not seeing enough of the light of day. In other words, let's put it that way. I'm not seeing enough to convince me that, okay, starting to turn the corner. Austin, yes. Liam, can't say the same, man. Can't say the same. So we'll see, but there are some options there. You saw how Solomon Kinley played last week. We'll see if Robert Jones, who's a guy that a lot of people have some respect for in that locker room, they like this kid. And obviously the front office likes him because that was a street free agent fine for them. And they think they have something there. They've kept him around. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops under the tutelage of this leadership here with this team. But Liam Eichenberg is one guy that I'm a little concerned about right now. I'm less concerned about Austin Jackson now. I'm less concerned about Connor Williams playing the position because the snaps aren't crazy. They're just slightly high. He's got to just fine-tune it. If they were going over the head and they were hard, rollers and all that and holy rollers, right? Some of you are too young to actually know what the hell that is. Anyway, so if it was something like that it was a disaster of a snap, then I'd be concerned. I'm not, feeling great about it, but I'm not nearly as nervous about it. So the Eichenberg spot is the one spot that I need to see a little more so I can start feeling better about the progress there. And I think it's important that some of those guys play today, obviously. I don't need to see X. I really don't. I don't care to see X at all today. I don't really need to see Teron Armstead, actually. And plus Larnell Coleman has been showing you something. So you know what? Give the young guys, the guys that haven't proven anything, give them the PT. Teron Armstead has jack shit to prove. Play him next week in the rehearsal, and that's all he needs to play. That's what I would do with Teron Armstead because he has an injury history, and you don't need to, you don't need to push it. You know what I'm saying? So you should pace it with that one. That one I definitely don't mind. Remember, if you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, that's 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. Follow us there as always. That is a 24-hour talk show. And we were at the KSDT CPA offices yesterday, hanging out with Alan, all the great people out there, man. And we got 3 offices now. It's beautiful to watch them grow in employees. They keep adding more employees. Dade, Broward, and now Palm Beach. They've had their office in Dadeland forever. They've got an office in Weston, and now they've got an office in West Palm Beach. Folks, main number 305-670-3370. And it's not just about doing your taxes for your business or personal. It's forensic accounting. It's business valuation, man. Commercial litigation, divorce, bankruptcy, insolvency. They do so much. Loss of earnings claims, litigation and settlement negotiations. They do it all, man. Management, advisory services, healthcare advisory, property management, wealth management, valuation, tax, domestic, international, assurance. They do it all kinds of accounting services from bank statement to bill paying to bookkeeping, cash flow analysis. They do it so much. They can help your business grow. KSDT CPAs will help your business get on a more stronger foundation. And you'll probably get to know more about your business than you ever really knew by calling KSDT CPAs. 305-670-3370. Call the company that can break it down for you and protect you at the same time. That's KSDT CPAs. And tell them that Big O sent you, man. They will take care of you. All right. What do we have here on the chat board before we continue? Brian Walters is the first one in here. Heat Fins in. Kyle Cockrell is saying, I'm loving this crypto dip, scooping up a little at a time at support levels. Exactly. What I do, Kyle, is once something goes under the number that I have it at, because what you do is whatever you have your stocks or your crypto, okay, whatever you're investing in, all right. And if you have 10 of these stocks or 20 of these stocks or 100 of these stocks or 1,000 or the same thing in coins, what is your average price for those stocks or coins? Okay. So if the average price is $1.72 or $72, okay, and that stock falls under $72, that's when you start buying. If it falls under $1.70 and it's at $1.65, $1.60, $1.50, that's when you start buying. Because what you want to do is lower your overall price. And that's what I'm doing. So when certain things hit a bottom that is lower than the average that I have right now, then I continue to buy. And then I DCA right in there. And I dollar cost average, and I lower my overall price. Because if you believe in the product, that's all that matters. If you believe in the company and you think it's going to grow to where, it's not about a today thing. Remember what we talked about, the microwave society thing, right? Everybody wants results right away. If you're into crypto or stocks, well, it's a long-term thing. Okay. Those of you thinking short term, you're going to end up losing money. Don't even get into crypto or stocks, because you're going to end up selling. You're going to panic. You're going to sell it when it's low. You're going to sell it at a loss. And because you're going to panic and you think it's going to go to zero or whatever. So you're better off not doing it, to be quite honest. You're better off staying away from investments if you don't have the patience. But I'm with you, my brother. Kyle, this is when you load up. Okay. When it hits lower levels, then you continue to buy. If you're trying to get that complete Bitcoin and you have it at 32,000, well, right now it's at 21 something, right? Well, then you buy, and you lower your 30 something $1,000 price Bitcoin down into the 20s. That's how you do it. That's the way you pace yourself, and you stay in the game, and you continue to enjoy profits once it explodes. Not a financial advisor, just a guy that loves crypto. That's what I do. You do what you do. You invest however you want to invest. You do your homework and make sure you read thoroughly. Okay? Read, watch, do all the things you need to do to make sure you know what the hell you're doing and who you're investing in. And none of it is going to be perfect. John Santos says, good afternoon, Big O. And Sean, are you going to the last preseason game next Saturday? Yes, I am. That one I will raid the tailgates. I will definitely be there. I promise you for that. Today I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay with my wife. She had surgery yesterday, man. She's got to recover. So we got to do what we got to do. Anthony is in. Bromar is in. Is Tua playing today? I think he'll play a little bit. I think he'll play a series, maybe two. If a series goes well, he sits. If he kind of struggles, he plays the second series and then done. But I don't think he plays much more than that. Joe is in. I hope we get a small rehearsal for the ones and twos. I think you'll get a little bit, not a big-time rehearsal. Michael Fernandez is in. Dean is in. Terry's in. 6193. Scott Primus popping in to say, what's up, Big O? Let's have a good weekend. Hell yeah. Miles Deep 305 says, morning, Big O from Vegas. Fins up. Can't wait for the start of the season. Amen to that. Michael Fernandez. Omar Lopez says, can't wait to tailgate. Michael says, my buddy called and told me you're not going to the game. Hope Mrs. has a speedy recovery. Yeah, everything went well. Surgery went well yesterday. It's just soreness because it's in her core. So it's one of those things. So, yeah. Super V says, happy football Saturday. Big O, I'm looking forward to the Fins getting better play time today, and hopefully they all will finish the game healthy as well. That's the key, man. Health. We need it. And Adrian Perez is in. Let's go Fins. Scott Primus. Thank you for the real boss. That she is. Braden Yarama says, I'm guessing Tua will be in tonight. I think a little bit. I think he does play a little bit. Brett Dodger in. Good morning from beautiful Toronto. Good karma to Mrs. Big O. Thank you, Brett. Much love. Thank you. Raging Dolphin Maniac. Game day. John Santos, Jalen Phillips, how he's doing good. Jalen Phillips is doing good, man. It's all about the regular season for him. He's got to now improve on what he did last year. Get better in coverage, get more sacks, get more pressures, force some fumbles, create some havoc. Karen says, is there any way to watch this game legally or illegally? That reminds me of Lupe Fiasco. This goes out to all my homies who are riding legally and illegally. Then he throws a little laugh in there. Karen, I'm sure somebody can tell you about links to find it. So if you guys want to put it there in the chat board and lead her there, you can tell her. Or maybe Karen, you know what? Put your Twitter handle or IG handle, and maybe they can DM you the. I think that would be better, Karen. Put your social media DM and have people let them DM you the links. I think that's better, actually. So do that, Karen. Todao is in. Adam Sadowski, Jonathan Cagle. Thank you, Jonathan, for the wife comment. Brett says, as often as you explain it, I'm not sure people see the advantage of dollar cost averaging gives investors. It generally slants everything in favor of the investor, even when the markets drop. I know, Brett, but remember, Brett, the thing is, a lot of people are new to it, and a lot of people are half-ass about it. And that's the problem, too, that they don't take it, they don't read enough into it. They don't understand it. And so then that's why when you're misinformed, you'll panic about hearing things. And you'll panic about this and that, like the China FUD. Like people that don't know anything, like, oh, China is blocking crypto. And it's like, relax, dude. That's a communist state. Of course they're blocking crypto. They don't want to empower their people. They don't want to empower their citizens. They want to keep them in a prison. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, VeChain is Chinese. Yeah, no, of course they're not into crypto. No, just the rich people in China are taking advantage of all the crypto, and they're limiting everybody else. You see what they did in Canada? My God. Canada. Are you communist, eh? What a bunch of hosers in Canada. In Canada, they limited the Canadians to 5 coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. I forgot. It's like 2 more. I forgot now exactly. And they can buy only a limit of 30,000 in a year. So you're going to tell me what I can invest in? Wow. Hey, Canada. Well, you got some really interesting leadership over there in Canada. I don't know. Is your flag turning Russian or something, or Chinese or North Korean or something? Should we be concerned here in the U.S.? Wow. That's pretty disgusting what Canada did. It's pretty communist what Canada did. Anyway, Stephen Gonzalez says, good morning, people. Big O, much love, brother, to your wife. God bless her, brother. Speedy recovery. Let's go, Finns. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And Tadao is up in Marin County. Nice. Gus 1388. Chris Long in Vegas. GP Trap Hewitt. Good vibes for the better half. Thank you, Tadao. Ragin is in. Says NFL Plus has a free week and you can watch it there. How about that, Karen? NFL Plus has a free week and you can watch it right there. You can watch your beloved Miami Dolphins, the greatest franchise on the planet. You can watch it for free. How about that? Let's see what else. And I'm in New York, so it's not blacked out here. If you're in South Florida, you should be able to watch it. Well, in South Florida, we watch it on Channel 4. They'll have it on Channel 4, so we'll have it locally. We can catch all the boys doing it on Channel 4. Nothing wrong with that. 855-912-1056 is the Welt and Rayom text line. If you want to get in, that's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. As always, Eddie M says, Eddie Malanga is in beautiful Jersey Shore. I got to go out to the Jersey Shore eventually. I've been there. I went out once and visited the Stone Pony and everything. But I got to go back because bucket list, I have to see a concert at the Stone Pony. I have to. I have to. And I'm wondering, is it official if you see the stage outside of the Stone Pony, or do you have to see a concert inside the Stone Pony to kind of say, okay, now it's official? Is it only semi-official, the outside stage? How do you Jersey Shore people view it? Because us on the periphery, we don't count. The Jersey Shore people are the people that count. It's their vote that matters. The rest of us, we don't matter. It's their shore. So what is it? Is it official when you go to the Stone Pony and watch a concert on the outside stage? You're good, you're official? Or is it truly official if you only check out a concert inside because that's the origins? That's how it normally was. They added the outside stage after for bigger shows. I'm wondering, how does a Jersey Shore person grade the official experience? Haven't seen either, by the way. But I gotta go to a concert at the Stone Pony. I mean, it's a bucket list thing. I can't die actually if I don't do it. It'll be like incomplete. They won't let me into heaven. I was told that already. I was told, hey, listen, whenever you check out, we're not letting. It's kind of like Omar Kelly and people like Alan Poupart, right? That they have been and Joe Shad, they have been kicked off the Tua bandwagon, and no matter what they do, they can't be allowed on it. They're done. As we're headed off to the Super Bowl and winning multiple Super Bowls, we'll be waving to Alan Poupart. We'll be waving to Omar Kelly and Joe Shad. Yeah. See ya. Nah, we don't need you, buddy. We're having fun without you. So it's the same thing. They told me if I don't go to a concert at the Stone Pony, I'm not going to be allowed inside. So GP Trap says, been at the Stone Pony so many times when I was young man growing up in Pennsylvania. Now my youngest daughter goes there. Need to experience. I gotta go. Ragin says you could also get a VPN service and set up your location when the game isn't blacked out. You should have VPN anyway. You should have VPN anyway on everything. You should have a VPN account and have it on your phone everywhere. Okay? That way when you're in public areas, your phone cannot be picked up. Your IP cannot be picked up. And they can't. It's a hell of a lot harder to hack you if they can't find your IP, if hackers don't see your IP out there and it's blocked by a VPN. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I'm just being brutally honest in this ugly ass world. Anything is possible. Protect yourself as much as you can. The VPN I know is used for those kind of things. People use it also in countries that they're not allowed to do certain things. They use a VPN to circumvent it so they can't, but I would use a VPN for all the time. I would have a VPN account if I'm you guys. So what's a good VPN account? Vanish. Let me see what it's called. Let me give it to you exactly. IP Vanish. Okay? That's what I use. IP Vanish. All right? That's my company. So, IP Vanish. Green and black logo. And they do a good job. And one account covers all of your. I put it on my TV. I put it on my iPads. I put it on my phones. My wife has it. I have it. One account. And we all use it in the house. One account. So you should have a VPN, period. Not just for getting the Dolphins illegally somewhere. You should have a VPN to protect yourself at all times. Just a thought. It's up to you guys. You do what you want. You know what I mean? But that's what I do. Victor says, Tyreek Hill said on Twitter, everything you got today. That pretty much means he's going to suit up for a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I don't need to see him, but I like to watch him. It's funny, right? I don't need to see him, but I want to watch him play, man, because he is awesome, dude. God, he is fantastic. I don't know how you cover that guy. Seriously. I really don't. And if he's playing, that means Tua's playing too. I would figure Tua's going to play today. I'm telling you, he'll play either one series. If it goes well, you're off the field. If it goes a little shaky, then they'll bring him out for the second series. Did you watch Mac Jones yesterday? Mac Jones really only made one good pass, but it was in his second series where he hit the Aguilar downfield. It was a nice pass overall. It wasn't a great outing for him. He was, 4 of 8, 61 yards. The one pass was for 45. So the other ones were, but he did get the one pass, and they got I think they ran in for a touchdown after that overall. Um, what's it called? Parker had a one reception for 17 yards in that game. There was kind of, I can't wait to see. They didn't play their starting quarterbacks because I was interested to see if Carolina was going to play any of their starters, and they didn't play their starting quarterbacks. I kind of can't wait to see this whole, mess with the what's it called, the quarterback. Now I'm forgetting the Cleveland kid, Mayfield. I can't wait to see this whole mess and how this ends up developing. Yesterday, by the way, Packers and Saints. Jordan Love had a couple of nice passes. Wasn't like this great outing for him. He was 12 of 24, threw a touchdown. Did have a couple of nice passes in the game. He was. Who showed up in that game? I don't know if you guys watched it, but Kirk Merritt, former Miami Dolphin, he must have had like a 55, 58-yard kickoff return. I was happy for him because obviously that's a guy that was here for a little bit. Taco Charlton had a sack. It was like one of those things like former Dolphins showing up in that game. Tyler Goodson put on a show. That kid for the Packers was running, caught like, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 balls. I don't know what the hell it was, but he caught a crap ton of balls. They threw to him. The Tyler Goodson kid, he put on a little show yesterday. And then the Texans beat the Rams 24-20. The great Neville Hewitt with 4 tackles in that game. Yes, the great Neville Hewitt. New England's QB Zappy is not bad looking project. He makes some questionable throws, but he's young, so who knows right now. It's way too young to judge the kid by anything, but I see what you're saying, but it's really a project because there's a lot of kind of like watching Cutter's Edge here in my house. There's a lot of greenery in him right now. Okay? A lot of greenery. And you can call my friends at Cutter's Edge, 954-472-0622. They're in the middle of transforming our front and backyards. And, brother, it is looking phenomenal. Can't wait. I mean, my house is looking like a war zone the last year, probably. And, so it's nice to kind of turn the corner here. Squeeze says, who do you think is the better team, Raiders or Eagles? Shouldn't we play ones against the better? Squeeze, that's not how it goes. The two coaches talk to each other prior during the week. As much as Mike has fun with us with the whole who's he playing and all that, he already knew. Let's cut through the bullshit here now. Let's have some I like Mike McDaniel a ton. I like everything about him right now. But the whole thing about this whole week about whether they're playing or not, he already knew, dude, the entire time. Because you have to have that conversation with the other coach during the week. So by Wednesday or Thursday, you've had that conversation with the coach of what you're doing. Oh, yeah, you guys going to, no, we're not, we don't want to play. Okay, neither do we. All right, so we're just going to play some of our ones and then our twos. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. And they actually, there's a discussion ahead of time. Next week, when Philly's here, the two head coaches will face to face, they will meet with each other. Hey, what do you want to do on Saturday? All right, we're gonna go dress rehearsal for the half or into the third quarter. Okay, yeah, let's we'll plan on doing the same thing, you know. Is that good with you? Whatever, you know, they'll all kind of come to an agreement so they can, you know, professionally use courtesy on what you're going to do and what they're going to do. And then that way you can help prepare each other too at the same time. So this is something that's already preordained before we get to Saturday. And it was preordained days before. It's just a dog and pony show that we've been going through the last couple of days, asking him, well, are you going to play this? Are you going to play this? And he's having fun with it and all that. And it's great to have fun with it. At least he's not a dick like Flo is. You know, this guy at least has humor in him, you know? It's cool. Enough of dealing with jerks. But yeah, they know what they were going to do today. Tyreek knew he was going to play for days. Tua knew he was going to play for days. You know, they just don't have to tell us, and they won't. Big O, does your home now have a moat with a troll? Not yet, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Big O, Inter Miami tonight, going to be there, catch Finn game on replay. Well, you're a smart man. That's a big ass game tonight. Okay? Inter Miami taking on Toronto. That is an enormous game tonight. That's why we need to do our...
It's time to tap that app. And no one loves to tap that app like the Big O. Here's the liquor split matchup of the night.
TP Trap Hewitt is reminding me of the liquor split matchup of the night, and we need to do that, man. Let's do it right now. Tap that app, folks. Download it, iOS or Android. Use our code BIGO15, and in the first order, you're going to get 15% off. BIGO15. Come on, baby. Let's go. iOS or Android in Miami only, and Tampa now. Our friends in Tampa, BIGO15. You will get 15% off. In Miami, if you're in Overtown, if you're in Coconut Grove, if you're in Fontainebleau, if you're in Wachete, download it. Tap that app, baby. Coral Gables, Flagami. Come on. Miami Beach. Let's go. Tap that app. Liquor split. Our liquor split matchup of the night. We're going to go in the MLS. By the way, for those of you that don't know, we're 27-14-1 against the number. And our last, 42 picks, 27-14-1. I think we're doing pretty good against the number. Tonight, the 11th-seeded Toronto FC against the 8th-seeded Miami. They're kind of tied, really, with 7th-seeded Orlando with 33 points. They both have 33. Orlando's got the 7th. Miami's got the 8th. Now, I want to remind you, because I made the prediction that Miami is going to end up in the 5th or 6th spots. Columbus has got 34 points. They're in that 5th spot. So Miami has a chance to climb up there to those teams. So you got to take care of business tonight. Miami is favored by half a goal. The over and under is 3.5 goals. So they're expecting a lot tonight. Toronto is plus 165. Miami is minus 139. The addition of Pozuelo has added just a playmaker on this team. And the way Lassiter's played and everybody else, and then now Higuain has had this resurrection, and Miami is not even fully healthy yet. They're playing terrific soccer. They're playing exciting soccer, and they're scoring, baby. Okay? They score more goals than the Marlins score runs. And this is soccer, where goals are precious. The boys are producing offense. They're going to produce offense tonight, and they're going to win, and they're going to beat Toronto, and they're going to pick up the points, and they're going to climb in the standings, and they're going to live up to my prediction. They're not getting the 7th spot in the playoffs. They're going to grab the 5th or 6th spot in the playoffs. I promise you this. They are playing that kind of football right now. And I will have that game on. I will be watching, of course, the Dolphins, but I will definitely be watching Inter Miami, and I will be glued to the tube watching and hoping for a victory tonight. But I'm going with Inter Miami tonight. I am going to lay the half goal, and I think they're going to end up winning. So I'm going Inter Miami minus half a goal in our liquor split matchup of the night.
The matchup of the night is brought to you by Liquor Split, Miami's own online liquor store. Liquor Split. Download then tap that app and get your favorite liquor delivered to you for just $2.99. No risk, no drinking and driving. Tap that app with Liquor Split.
Beautiful thing. We love Liquor Split, man. Hells to the yeah. We also love a little Nature B, too. All righty. Big O and Sean, hardest working men in South Florida sports. And don't forget, there's also a Dolphins postgame show tonight. You damn right. Big O, have you been to Red Rocks Amphitheater? 3 times, sir. 2 times for Greta Van Fleet and once for Primus and Mastodon. That, from at least from what I've been to, the greatest place to see a rock concert. Or a concert, period. But I would suggest to anybody that if you go to Red Rocks, go see somebody with a voice so you can really, truly appreciate the acoustics of that place. You know, when I went to go see Primus, I love Les Claypool. He's probably the greatest bassist on the planet. And I'm a Steve Harris guy. So by saying that, that says a lot. But you don't go see Primus for his voice. He's got an all right voice, but you go see him to play his bass. Now, Mastodon, the opening act, they got singers. They got a singer that has a hell of a voice. So that was a pleasure. But that's why I wanted to go back for a singer, and I went back for Greta Van Fleet. And Joshua's voice is magical. And to listen to Greta 2 nights in a row, I will be back at Red Rocks. There's no doubt. Hopefully multiple times. I will gladly fly from here to Denver just for a concert at Red Rocks and fly back. No problem. That's how much I love it. So if I can see a band that I absolutely love at Red Rocks, I will gladly fly over there just for that concert. Seriously. This place is magical to see a concert there. Magical. Ragin says, oh, are you into 70s Kiss? Classic. 78 is a new band that sounds like 70s Kiss, but does all the original music. Very cool. I like that. I have no problem. Where are they? Where do they perform? Because Ragin, I know you're up in New York. You're up in the Rochester area. You're up there with our girl Lisa. So don't know if they come down here. So they're called Classic 78. Is that what they're called? If they are, yeah, no. I mean, I love 70s Kiss. Are you kidding me? GP Trap says, Marlins are sad. Thank goodness my Orioles have been playing great ball lately, going for the wild card. Go O's. What is Liquor Split? It's Miami's own online liquor store, my friend. You download the app and you get it delivered right to your house. Flat fee of $2.99. That's it. $2.99. Vodka, beer, wine, snacks, smokes. You got to be in Miami or Tampa. We're in those areas and it's growing. And use our code BIGO15 and you will get 15% off. So there you go. I saw them on YouTube on the Eddie Trunk interview. Okay. All right. I'll check it out. Classic 78. Write that crap down. Okay. I will check it out. Thank you, sir. As always, appreciate you. So tonight, how much do we see of Lynn Bowden Jr.? You know, he had an enormous night last week. And Talk about a guy that put himself on the planet. That's exactly what he did. He was out the door with Preston Williams, which I would imagine on Tuesday when they cut 5 more, my prediction is Preston Williams will be part of those 5. I don't think there's a reason, unless Preston does something tonight, and I don't know. We'll see. But Lynn Bowden is the guy that this is what you got to look for. Special teams. Remember what we talked about now. No longer, you can't do what you did last year where you had players that weren't two-way players on the back end of your roster. You cannot do that anymore. That's a waste of a roster space. People have to be multi-talented and multifaceted in order to be backups. They must help you in other areas. And Lynn Bowden Jr. is one of those guys that last week you saw him have success as a kick returner and as a punt returner. Although, kid, please don't catch balls inside the 5-yard line, okay? But outside of that, he had a hell of a game as a wide receiver. But for him to climb the ladder to become a starting receiver on this team is so hard. He needs injuries. So his way to make it onto the team, onto the field, and wait for his turn as a wide receiver is to do it on special teams. So be on the lookout tonight how they handle Lynn Bowden Jr. It's very important to see how they handle Lynn Bowden Jr. And if you see him doing the returns and he's having success, I can tell you he might end up locking up that 6th spot because it's between him and River Craycraft. If you're keeping a 6th spot right now, the horse race is Bowden Jr. and River Craycraft. Okay? The Braylon Sanders kid, I think, will make the practice squad, not the active roster. But Lynn Bowden Jr., because of his return skills, that is what's going to save his ass if he's going to make the Miami Dolphins roster. Also, remember there was a report out there they were trying to move Preston Williams or Lynn Bowden Jr. If Lynn Bowden Jr. goes out and has an ass-kicking night, that also could boost his trade value and go get you a pick. Because then they say, nah, we're going to keep him. Well, hey, we'll give you a pick for him. And so now you created some value out of it. With Preston, you have no value. But with this kid, you might have value or you might have a roster spot. But Lynn Bowden Jr. or Bowden, very important night for him tonight. This might be the night where he seals his roster spot because next week you have a lot of the rehearsal. And in order for you to get into that rehearsal, he's going to have success in returns because it probably won't be as a receiver. But you might see him in the first half next week in the rehearsal as a returner, which then will tell you he made it. He's got a roster spot. He's in. So very intrigued on Lynn Bowden Jr. Now, let me give you another one that I'm looking at. Mike Durham Smythe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to they're using Gesicki, but Durham Smythe has become kind of a guy that somehow or another he's being used there too in this offense. So I'm intrigued because he's the better blocker. And I think he needs to go out there and kind of prove that he can also catch the passes. While Gesicki is the dynamic one, Smythe might be the more consistent one because if you can at least prove you can catch the ball on a consistent basis, you then at least keep the defense guessing that you're not just a blocker. So the obvious thing to say is, yeah, of course you got to watch Gesicki and see how much of a, because he's becoming a bigger and bigger part of the offense. As the days have gone on, you've seen more passes going his way. But the question is, what are they going to do with Durham Smythe? Because he's also been used a lot in practice. And I'm going to be intrigued to see how much they use him tonight, how much they throw it to him tonight. Tanner Connor has been injured throughout the week, so he's probably not going to play. That was another guy you're kind of intrigued because he's got that speed and he adds a dimension to that position. But tonight, I'm interested to see how much Smythe is used and look for him on the field as a blocker / wide receiver. So if you see him in both roles, that might be something that shows you that he's kind of climbing a little bit more in all of that. But I'm very intrigued to see how they handle these tight ends. You know, very, very intrigued to see how they handle these tight ends. Young guys, Cameron Good, I think he's made the team. I think you keep him over the Canadian kid. I mean, listen, it's a nice story and everything, but he's not good enough as a player. You've got to move on. I think Cameron Good, I want to look for him tonight, see what he's doing as a rusher, as a linebacker, as a special teamer. Check out Cameron Good. There's a guy that I think is making this team. Skylar Thompson, 2 of your 7th rounders are going to make the team. Channing Tindall, another guy that's kind of starting to show, a little bit. So some of these young guys, the Cameron Goods, the Channing Tindalls, I'm looking forward to seeing those kind of guys now. Eric Azukama. See what he does also in this game. He has looked so good in training camp throughout. He hasn't been as much a factor in the last week at practice, but overall he's had such a terrific camp. And we look at that draft class being so small. And all of a sudden, 2 of your 7th rounders may be making the roster, your 4th rounder for sure, and your 3rd rounder for sure. But your 3rd and 4th rounders are starting to show you a little some. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing some of this draft class, because the draft class, as small as it is, some of these guys are making an impact. It's crazy to think that you had a limited amount of picks, and most of those picks are going to make this team. And this is not a roster that, oh my God, it's got no talent like in 2019. No, this roster's got some talent. And Cameron Good is knocking off the Sam Aguavons and others off this damn roster. It's pretty cool, man. Channing Tindall, knocking off the Sam Aguavons off the roster. You're improving your linebacking core overall. Very important that the back end of that linebacking core is getting better with the potential of starting, because Channing Tindall has a potential to start. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but man, I like this Cameron Good kid. Every time I see him, I'm like, damn, is this guy a 7th rounder? He's showing me something, man. Porter Gustin, another guy. There's several guys that have been opening eyes here over the last week. And these are guys that and Porter Gustin did leave with an injury. So I don't know if he's going to play today. So let's, but I just want to mention Porter, because Porter's been one of those guys that has shown up. He's one of those guys that he opens your eyes up and you say, well, wait a minute, hold on a second. Who is this dude? Where did he come from? Trent Sherfield, another guy, terrific, came over from San Francisco, has had a phenomenal week of practice. Like he made the team already. But some of these young guys that they added, really like what I'm seeing from these young guys. Just like I love Nature B, 27 vitamins and amino acids. Go to naturebee.com, folks. You use our code Big O. Listen to this. You buy 2 months, you're going to get the 3rd month for free. And I tell you all the time, I've been taking it for 20 years. It boosts my immune system. This is why I rarely ever have a cold, thanks to Nature B, because I take those 2 golden capsules every single day. That's why I'm telling you. My daughter takes it. My wife takes it. It's been in our family for 20 years. It comes from clean, green New Zealand. It's grown straight from the ground from Mother Nature. Plant pollen. It has so many benefits. All right, from smoother skin, fuller hair, great for the digestion, the energy, packs with energy. In the afternoon, you will not lack any energy. I always have energy. And of course, boosting that immune system. I love Nature B. Right now, you buy 2 months, you get the 3rd month for free and free shipping. But it only happens if you use our code Big O. So make sure you use the code Big O Buy 2 months, get the 3rd month free and free shipping. Go to naturebee.com. I recommend My Life as a Rolling Stone on Epic. Great documentary. Oh, is that the Rolling Stones one that I saw? Is that what that is? I'll check it out. I'd like to see Bowden returning kicks tonight. I think you will. I really do. Big O, your segues to your sponsors are getting smoother and smoother. LOL. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Dodgers, by the way, beat the Marlins yesterday 2-1. Luzardo was pretty good yesterday. The back end of the roster was not, but he gave up 1 earned run in 6 1/3 and 7 Ks. Kid's got a 3.44 ERA. If they would only spend money. Braxton Garrett, by the way, is on the mound tonight against Dustin May, who's making his debut as a starter. Dodgers are favored by 1.5 over and under 7. Miami is plus 225 on the money line, and the Dodgers are minus 275 on the money line. Holy crap. And no, I'm not using it at my liquor split matchup of the night. I already gave you mine. I'm going with Inter Miami minus half a goal. That'll be it. Big O, my girl is dragging me to a movie. She wants a date night, even though I told her that the game is on tonight. I got to tell you, Derek, you are not wearing the pants in that relationship. That's all I got to say. My wife / girlfriend of 35 and a half years would never, ever do that to me. She understands that there are certain things. You got to pick and choose your battles. Football's not a battle you choose. She knows that that's a religion for me. So after football's done, then you got to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you lay down the law, Derek. That's the thing. You tell her, hey, sweetie, you got your things, I got my things. So what are the things you love to do? We will do them. We will respect them. But during football season, my beloved Dolphins, I got to watch my beloved Dolphins. Sweetheart, there's only 20 of these games a year. I get to be with you the other 345 days. So I'm only asking for 20 out of the 345 days. Is that really a lot to ask, sweetheart? 20 days out of 365 that you give me the moment so I can enjoy my Dolphins. Those 20 days. You spin it like that, my brother, and she will say, okay, I get it. What we're doing today, can't we do it tomorrow? Can't we go out to the movie tomorrow? That's one of the 345 days. Couldn't we do it on Friday? Couldn't we do it on Thursday? Do we have to do it today? One of the 20 days in the year. One of my 20 precious days in the year. There you go. Seriously, how does anybody lose that argument? Sadowski says, Tua's loving how he went from having one reliable receiver to options and a real offensive coordinator and a real line and a real quarterbacks coach. And, Tua actually has what he had in Alabama. That's what I love, how these idiots spin it, right? They make Tua sound like he's so freaking incompetent, like he's never played football at a high level, like he's had no success ever, right? Like he's some scrub. That's how some of these guys treat Tua. And then they say, whoa, now he's got weapons. Now maybe he could start playing well. Oh, you mean like he did in Alabama when he had real coaching and real weapons and a real team and real structure and all that? Oh, okay. It's like the tough coaching shit, right? Oh, he couldn't handle flow. What are you talking about, you idiot? He played for Saban. Najee Harris couldn't handle Saban. Not Tua. No, it wasn't Tua that left Alabama for 2 weeks. It was Najee Harris that couldn't take Saban's screaming and left for 2 weeks. No, but let's spin it that Tua can't take tough coaching. Flo wasn't tough coaching. Flo was an evil person. He disliked Tua. He didn't want Tua. So he did everything to bury Tua. That's the difference. Everything is spun differently, dude. Everything. That story of Najee Harris that came out 2 days ago, if it was Tua Tagovailoa that everybody finds out he left Alabama for 2 weeks, oh my God. So it's the same shit all the time. There's a double standard with Tua that does not exist with other quarterbacks, and it's baffling to me. Derek says, LOL, thanks, Big O. Well, let's hope it works. Rob says, I got my wife hooked on sports betting. She loves Sundays now. Derek is getting dragged to see Annie 3D. Agree, Big O, but she says it's just preseason game, but still, though. No, dude. No. It's 20. 17 regular, 3 preseason games. These are our days, bro. Stand strong. There's a reason to watch these games. You want to watch your team. We get it. It doesn't mean anything in the big picture, in the win column, all that. But don't ever let them tell you that it's not important to watch the preseason. Okay? Nah, it's important. I want to get excited. I want to feel better about my team. I want to see the progress of some of my individual players. That's what it's about. Okay? So I disagree. This poo-poo stuff of, oh, it's just preseason. Well, just because it's not important to you doesn't mean it's not important to me. And that's the problem there. You're allowing her to use her interests into the equation. And her interests are not your interests because she doesn't have the same passion you do for the Dolphins or football. Just like I'm sure she has more passion for some TV show that you hate or shopping or something that women love to do. My wife does a couple things like shopping. No, I have no interest in that. You have your own passions. I have my own passions. You want to go shopping? You go shopping. I want to watch football. Leave me watch football. That's it. It's pretty simple, dude. That's all. It's got to be compromise in a relationship. That's how it lasts. Got to have compromises, Derek. What happens if she says, okay, but no poontang later? I mean, if that's really what it takes, wow, it's not a good relationship. I got to tell you, if that's what she's using for, okay, all right, no problem. No poontang, sure. No fancy dinners, no rings, no nice vacations. We can play the same game too, bro. That's a brilliant argument. It is a brilliant argument. Of course it is. It's preseason. Oh, wait, what movie? And the movie will be repeated over and over and over again, okay? The game happens live one time. Let's go. I feel bad for people in the movie because I'm going to be checking my phone. On Monday, he's going to be asking for divorce advice. I don't know. I think Walt and Rayon do handle divorce. No, I think that's the only thing they don't handle is divorce. Yes, that's it. I think it's divorce that they don't handle. So we don't have a divorce lawyer on the show. All right. We need a divorce lawyer on the show to help you out there. Well, hopefully there's no divorce, Derek. That's why I built a doghouse without owning a dog. There you go. That's smart, Derek. My girlfriend is awesome. She spoils me on football Sundays. I definitely don't take it for granted. That's it, bro. That's it. They got to it's 20 days a year. Honey, there's 365. Just give me these 20. That's all I'm asking. And if they go to the playoffs, it'll be 21 or 22 or 23 or 24. But outside of that, regular season, it's got to be 20. Got to do it, man. Oh, Lordy. All right, before we wrap it up here, any questions out there? You guys got anything on the chat board, on the Welton Rayom text line, 855-912-1056? We're wrapping it up here on the program. I will be back later on tonight. I'm not going to do a long-ass show here today when I got to do post-game tonight. We do got to take care of our voice. Thanks to the wife. I got my concoction here. I got my honey and my lime ready to go. So we will have a little honey and lime, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah. Honey and lime, baby. Ooh. Yeah. Check out that steam. All right. So you got any questions? What do we have? Today is not the dress rehearsal. I do not believe they haven't said it, but I'll take a wild guess. No dress rehearsal. And I kind of thought about that this week, that it would be next week. No divorce. She's cool. We watching the game next week. And she's an Eagles fan. Oh, so that's why she's watching the game next week. Oh, so she allows you to watch the preseason game with her Eagles, but not the preseason game this week without her Eagles. I don't know about this, Derek. I don't know about this woman, Derek. I got to tell you. What do you think out there? What does that sound like fair to you guys out there? She doesn't let him watch. She calls it a preseason game this week, but next week, because her Eagles are on the field with his Dolphins, she'll let him watch. Oh, dude. Oh, no. That's very questionable, Derek. I got to tell you. Giovanni, we got the guest tonight. Tonight we'll get Poupart and Omar Kelly tonight. Why do it before the game? Let's do it after the game. That's all. Super V, She-Hulk was good. Really, was it? She's like a lawyer also. Can she help Derek out with a divorce? Big O, as always, an excellent overall informative show. Much more than just a sports show. Respect to you and Sean. Good sir. Thank you. Thank you. Florida born, Kentucky grown says, thank you and Sean for putting on another great show. I have started watching AEW, so I know what's going on with his show with Q, big time wrestling guy. There you go. Big O, aloha, brada, man. Thank you, Rome and Penny. Thank you. Thank you. Joel Burr, any updates with Omar? No updates yet. We shall see what happens at the end of the month. Best restaurant around your house to watch the game? Sports Grill, 114th and Bird Road. Best place for me here locally. Yeah. It's a good place. What else? Can't wait for Alan and Omar tonight. Yes, sir. He should show clips of the Dolphins-Eagles game when the punter caught one touchdown, the touchdown pass. It was against the Eagles, I think. I have, Karen. That's what Derek says. Is the round table? Yes, the round table's happening. Relax, bro. And it's things aren't overnight. Bromar, I can tell you have no idea that there's business involved in all of this, dude. This is really hard what we're doing. Okay? What we're doing on this platform, no one in South Florida media can do this. No one. Zero. No shot. There's not anyone in the South Florida media that can put together this platform like we have. Zero. Because it takes certain skill sets that most people don't have in our business. So, and it's really, really hard. Like, you have no idea, Bromar, how hard this is. Incredibly hard. And so, and also very pioneering, because this is something you have to explain to people because this is so new. The whole world is adjusting to platforms because TV and radio are dying. Well, radio's practically dead already. Newspapers are dead, and radio's like on life support, and then TV's following. And so people are adjusting to platforms. But older people are still falling way behind. Way behind. By the way, don't forget to smash the like button. Please subscribe to this channel. We need to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. It is very important that we get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. So very, very important. Tonight, Dolphins post game. We will be on the regular channel, not on this one. We shall see all of you tomorrow. I mean, later on tonight. Same time, same place, same bat channel. Y'all be great out there and have a fantastic and safe day.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.